Okay, so just a bit of a catch up on this. I was building this for my nephew for his Mark V, but we kind of came to the conclusion that the best way to do it would have been to fuel inject it, and then if you're going to do that, then you might as well go turbo. So that led to that being shelved and that being built. So that's what's going in this car now, but I know that setup's been sitting here and it's not complete, so I want to complete it. That's almost all done, so it's almost ready to go into his car. This one here, I got quite far. I mounted the supercharger. I changed the V-belt to ribbed belt. I got that off a friend of mine. That from the wreckers was a power steering pump off a Kia or something like that, but it actually bolted to the Sierra twin belt pulley. So those two there, the calculation suggests that that should be at maximum RPM when the motor's at 6,200 RPM. I need to change a few things up here. Yeah, there's probably I probably need to go back and do quite a bit actually. I had a mate 3D print a bracket or a mount so we can mount the carbs to the actual supercharger. I'm going to carry on with that. There's a company that will take that design and make it out of some nylon carbon fiber, which will serve two purposes. It's fuel resistant, heat resistant, but it also will isolate these carburetors from the supercharger, because these sometimes have a habit of freezing up, and I was told by people smarter than myself that you want something other than an alloy block in the middle to stop the fuel. It basically helps with idling. The fuel can freeze up, so we'll do one more run of those, try and get it exactly how I want it, and I'll get one printed. So that's probably going to be around about 140 bucks to have a manifold made that will, you know, bolt 2 SU carbs to an SC14 supercharger. You've got to have 2 outlets at the bottom via a vacuum switch to the other side of the supercharger, and that allows the fuel to go into the manifold at low RPM before that kicks in. There's a lot of working out to do, but yeah, it'll be good to get back to it. I'd like to try and finish it as much as I can. But yeah, that's about it. It'll be a cool setup. I mean, it's kind of screwed. It'll only really fit into like a Mark 3, 4 or 5 Cortina, but see what happens when I'm done with it. Probably just part of it. I've been building the motor that you've seen, which is that one there. It's almost complete now. I've just got to set the valves. It's mostly complete, so once all that's done and kind of where I need it, I'll get everything all vapor blasted so it comes up like, you know, like new, and I'll get it all bolted onto that. I'm going to build a test bed for that so I can get that running in my garage, so I know that the motor runs fine and it's all dialed in, and then I'll be able to set that up on it and try and get all of this to run. I have ordered a side entry dizzy cap, which should give me enough room for HT leads. But yeah, that's about it. So that's kind of where I'm up to with this. I think it's an awesome looking setup, and I'm intrigued to see if it works. Like, by all accounts, those carburetors should work off a factory Pinto fuel pump because they don't need much. They're very, very self-regulating and, you know, kind of perfect for this setup, and there's 2 of them, so it should be enough fuel. It should pump out probably around about between 7 and 9 psi. So it should be good. Get it all on a new motor, and then once it's done running and everything, I'll sell it on, start with something else. It's a great looking motor, that is. So, you know, any ideas, any questions, please let me know. Well, obviously I've got a lot on, but I'd like to have a play of that as much as I can. Thanks for watching.